Hello, hello, hello. Um, I was not planning to go live tonight. And by the way, this is Shy Rosalind. Welcome to the Eclectic Experience. I am your hostess with the mostest. Please like and subscribe, share with a friend or two or three. We greatly appreciate it. Comments are always welcome. Likes are free. Subscribers are always appreciated. And yeah, this was like a last minute thought. Well, it was almost a last minute thought. um I had planned to do this as a pre-recorded video. I was going to do a presentation version of this show, but it's just too much going on, so I figured I'd just jump on here, go live for a little bit. um, I did post a video earlier today regarding health insurance 101 for patients, as part of my health and wellness playlist. So feel free to check that out. And as always, comments are welcome. Questions are very welcome, especially with my health and wellness videos. I do appreciate questions and comments, and I do try to do follow ups on the topics as any major information comes along. So, that being said, tonight it's been a weird week, y'all. First, number 45 was officially indicted today. Apparently, there's 30 counts that the indictment has, and it is sealed. We do not know what exactly he's been charged with yet. People are assuming that it's mostly regarding the hush hush money that he paid for Stormy Daniels. I have a sneaking suspicion they found some additional information, and it must have hit some red flags, must have popped up. So we shall see in the coming weeks or so. Tuesday, he's number 45 is supposed to turn himself in. I guess NYPD has to coordinate with the Secret Service and whatnot. I just want to see his mugshot, to be honest. That's all I want. I don't know if it's going to be a traditional mugshot because, obvious reasons. But yeah, I would like to see, number 45's face with a number plate underneath his chin. Um, that would be enough for me. I'd be good with that. But besides that, there's some, as you can see in the title, um, there's some stuff going on, y'all. Your manosphere, y'all, manosphere has jumped the shark as far as I'm concerned. Jumping the shark is a reference to a television show called Happy Days. And in it, the main protagonist, Fonzie, played by Henry Winkler, is water skiing, and he water skis and he jumps over a shark. And that was basically when the show just went from a, a fun comedy show to a corny a corny um a corny version of itself. So that's where the phrase jumping the shark comes from. And I believe the manosphere has jumped the shark. Now, I did not have a chance to edit the title because I originally was going to just talk about Charleston White. He made an appearance on Jekyll and Hyde show, and there is a video. And as a matter of fact, before I show the next slide, I'm just going to show my fair use notice. However, I'm not showing any clips. I will show you guys where to find the videos that I am talking about tonight, but I am not showing any clips for obvious reasons. Um, there's stuff that is mentioned that YouTube, you have to be very careful when you talk about it on YouTube. So I'm not going to take that chance. I do not want to lose my little page and my 90 something followers and or subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing, by the way. So let me share the screen. Give me 1 second. Oops. Okay. So, a couple weeks ago, I did a video about Charleston White. This is the video that I originally did. Yeah, it was about a month ago now. Things that don't make sense, men versus women. And this is when I originally talked about um, Charleston White appeared on Jekyll and Hyde show, and he talked about how our grandmothers basically put up with our grandfathers tomcatting around the neighborhood because that's how they stayed classy. Y'all can go check out this video and you'll hear the whole rant that I did. So, the other day I went to check out Abba and Preach, and you should subscribe to Abba and Preach, by the way. They are hysterical, and they actually posted a video, and I'm going to look for it. Here we go. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm unboxing the farmer's dog, and if you guys have not heard of them by
Yeah, I
now, you
know.
can
I'm
get
sorry,
fresh
guys.
food
I have to
sent to
get.
your doorstep.
We forcibly used to.
Okay, so I'm pausing it because I don't want to get into trouble. But this is the title of the video. It's Abba and Preach. Um, this is it. Y'all can see it. Like I said, just go to Abba and Preach. It's basically, it came out a couple of days ago, almost a week ago now. So you can watch it for yourselves. This same man that was on Jekyll and Hyde show talking about how women of a previous generation stayed classy because that's how they stayed classy, by putting up with their husbands tomcatting around the neighborhood. Well, this man came out and started, he self-snitched, basically, as what the kids say now. And he talked about what he did to he and his friends. He even outed the friends that he was with that participated in the activity. This man's a trip. But I saw this video and I said, oh my God, I just talked about this man a month ago and it's gotten worse. So it was the hot topic for a few days. Everyone started talking about it. And then um, and then gets even worse. um, this comes out, and then you thought that was bad enough. Um, he was on Jekyll and Hyde's show, and he mentioned it there on the show. Jekyll and Hyde just laughed. They didn't give any pushback, and the clip of that is also included on this Abba and Preach's video that they put out, so you can watch the whole thing. So he's on Jekyll and Hyde show, and basically talks about, he brags about it. And they said nothing. They laughed. They were more concerned about getting the video banned because of what he was saying than the fact that he actually said he did these things. Then there's another clip from, I don't believe it's the same. I don't think it's the same show. It might have been. Jekyll and Hyde were talking to the young ladies that they have on the show. I guess it's the after hours show. And one young lady said, "You know what? I gotta go. This is not a good conversation." And Jekyll, especially Jekyll, he belittled her, as he normally does. He belittles women all the time. That's not a surprise. But he basically said, get out. Then if you're not cool, just go ahead and get out." And before she left, another young lady said, it's a woman who's in that situation should be able to walk away, but can't always walk away, especially if she's, the guy tricked her. And Jekyll kept saying, well, whose fault is that? Well, the guy tricked her. Yeah, but whose fault is that? He was basically saying it's a woman's fault for everything, which is their usual MO. That's all they do. So, I was not surprised. But Lord have mercy. So you think that's bad enough. Then a couple days later, I go to let's see. I subscribe to this guy. Where is he? Okay, I think is it him? Wait. I went to another channel that I just started subscribing to. And where is he? Duke the Don. That's what I was looking for. Hold on a second. Let me pull that up, guys. Duke the Don. You should go visit his channel as well. He talks about a lot of stuff. And Duke the Don. Let me find it. Okay, so then Duke the Don, who has been talking about this for a couple of days now, apparently the Duke the Don. He apparently this young lady who goes by the name Pearly Things, or just Pearly Things, she had an avowed white supremacist on her show. And he made a couple of remarks. I have not, the actual show has been, she took it down. It's not her channel anymore, apparently. So there's mostly clips going here and about. I think there's one other channel that actually reacted to it. And so there's one channel that actually has the whole thing. I don't remember whose channel it was. I don't really care to watch the whole thing. But apparently this young lady, who is the unofficial queen of the manosphere, yeah, wrap your head around that one, is apparently making a very good living off regurgitating talking points and basically trying to be a female Kevin Samuels. She is 27 years old. These men, and I tell you all to go to Duke the Don, because he is saying what I have been thinking for months. Let's see, which video should I recommend? Nope. Nope. No. And he also gives pushback on Jekyll and Hyde as well. So let's see. Okay, this is probably the video to start with. I will go to it, but I will pause it because, like I said, I'm not playing clips. But this is probably Duke the Don's channel. You should go to his channel. This is probably the first video in the series to watch. And then go from there, y'all. But yeah, this young lady, this 27-year-old, was declared the unofficial queen of the manosphere about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 now. She had a bunch of the supposed heavy hitters, someone named MTR and Melanie King, who I've heard of. MTR, I haven't watched any of his content. I can gather that he is part of this manosphere thing. and she had my favorite Maggie the substitute teacher, but it was mainly like cooking, cooking demos. So that's all right. I can deal with that. And there was somebody else she had. Um it was Melanie King, MTR, and I'm almost certain there was somebody else that she had. And they were over in London. Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. They were over there doing a whole bunch of content with Pearly Things, apparently. And they all come home, and a week after everybody gets back, this stuff hits the fan. So she apparently, Pearly Things had this white supremacist on the show. I'm not going to say his name. And he made some disparaging remarks, and she gave almost no pushback. And she herself slipped up and said some stuff that was insensitive. I will not judge this woman because, as I said, I've watched almost none of her content. I've only seen clips. So I will leave it to the manosphere to police their manosphere. But now everyone's talking about it. There are videos flying around about her and the situation. She did come out, and I guess I've heard, I haven't watched it, that she is, well, some say it wasn't an apology. Um some say it was. I haven't seen it. I don't know. But this controversy has been flying around all week this week. So then you have number 45 getting indicted. Some people never thought that would happen. Then then you have Charleston White self snitching in on the worst possible thing a man could do to a woman. You have Jekyll and Hyde basically laughing it up with him and no pushback. And then they're telling young women that it's their fault if they get assaulted, if they are attacked. It's their fault. Even if they're tricked or ambushed, it's still their fault. Which, like I said, no surprise from Jekyll and Hyde. That's what they do. That's their MO. And then today, for those of us who question, I'll use that word, question the manosphere and question their purpose in the universe, the worst thing that could happen happened. Hold on a second. The manosphere is beginning, with all this controversy that's going on amongst the manosphere people. They had one ray of hope today. And I hate to put it that way, but that's how they see it. Voldemort. And I'm going to, let's see. How am I going to do this? I don't want... Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I don't want to play it. I probably... Well, this is coming from a news service, Law and Crime Network, so I probably could. But, I probably could.
Controversial influencer Andrew Tate is released from custody in Romania months after his human trafficking arrest. As Law and Crime Network reported, Tate was arrested back in December, along with his brother Tristan and 2 others, on counts of organized crime, human trafficking, and rape. Romanian officials say they coerced...
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there, only because they're mentioning what he was originally arrested for, and I don't want to get the video hit, but I'm gonna stop it there. But y'all can go to basically anywhere, Law and Crime Network, wherever it is you want to go, and see it. But yes, he Voldemort and his brother were released from Romanian custody. So basically, they were in a Romanian jail for almost 3 months, and they were moved to house arrest. Now, this does not mean that the investigation is over. As a matter of fact, the investigation is ongoing. They can be recalled back into court any day. Their passports are still confiscated, as I understand it, so they still cannot leave the country. I will say, from the looks of them, Romanian jail did not suit them very well, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I'll just stop there. I won't say nothing more. But but the investigation is still underway, and I guess there was speculation that Voldemort is ill or needed some kind of medical checkup for a certain reason. I don't know if that's true or not. So I'm gonna assume, I'm just gonna say allegedly, apparently. And that's why that's a possible reason why they've been moved to house arrest. But like I said, the case has not been thrown out. They have not been permanently released. Their passports are still confiscated. The word on the YouTube street is that the United States has begun to take an interest in the case. The word is the embassy contacted, I guess, the State Department or whoever they contacted, and Voldemort and his brother now have American attorneys as well as Romanian attorneys, and the statement said that the U.S. has now taken an interest in the case. Now, I am going to speculate going forward. And before I do, I want to refer you guys to one more video. And again, it's from Abba and Preach. And if I can find it, hey, self-snitching. I think if I do it that way, I'll find it faster. Okay, yeah, they actually, yes, it's Abba and Preach. This is the original one. I think this is where Abba and Preach got it from. So you guys can go here, or you can go to Abba and Preach, because I love Abba and Preach. I think they're fantastic. So I'm gonna just hold on.
Why don't you own commercial real estate? Yes, you. Why don't you own commercial property?
So Andrew Tate says you're not stupid, and you.
Okay. I'm not going to show obviously I'm not going to show it because it refers to the things that Voldemort is accused of. So I have to protect my channel. Abba and Preach can get away with it. I can't. But go to this video. Here's the title. Let me scroll so you guys can see it. There you go. Voldemort self-snitching on camera. So, and this was 2 months ago, and this is why they kept them as long as they did. If Voldemort had not done this, if he had not self-snitched, then maybe we could say, okay, maybe they're just like trying to play hardball. But he self-snitched. So even if, and of course, the word on the street is that two of the young ladies who gave testimony actually lied. That's the word on the street. I don't know if that's true or not. So everything's alleged at this point. But the fact that he did go on camera and self snitch, it's there. The evidence is, it's there. He did it. So even if somebody, even if someone supposedly, allegedly, possibly lied on them, I doubt very much it would make it really shouldn't make a difference. The man said it himself. That's what he did. So the manosphere is in a tizzy. There's one of their supposed leaders basically put her foot in her mouth, and another of their supposed leaders might possibly, hopefully not, but possibly may get away with something that he did. So they don't know whether to be freaked out or happy. Oh my God. But my speculation, and this is sheer speculation, me being a Scorpio and not trusting anybody or anything right away, and just trying to pull my logic from what little I know. My thing is, I really think, let me okay. I really think that Andrew Tate, I shouldn't have said his name. Voldemort. Oh, damn. I shouldn't have said it. I hope I don't get, oh man, I hope my video doesn't get effed up because of that. Voldemort has a bank account somewhere. Somebody wrote a check to somebody who's a friend of somebody and who was able to get an American attorney for him and his brother. In the Abba and Preach, the self-snitching video, he brags about paying off government authorities to get what he wants. And let's think of it this way. He has been in a Romanian jail for almost 3 months. And nobody said peep. They only had Romanian lawyers, and he was sitting in jail and back and forth with the judge. Now all of a sudden they have American lawyers as well as Romanian lawyers. The U.S. Embassy has indicated, allegedly, apparently, that they've taken an interest because he is technically an American citizen, even though he holds 4 passports. I won't even get into that. And now all of a sudden he's got attorneys, American attorneys, Romanian, out of the blue. Come on now. Somebody wrote a check, all expenses paid, to get him an attorney, American attorneys now. So he basically, I'm assuming if this is the case, then he's living up to what he bragged about. He's got money and he can basically buy his way out of anything. So I say all this to say, like I said, I didn't plan to go on live tonight, but I just had to because there's just so much going on. As I said in a previous video, This manosphere stuff is a grift. It's a grift. It is high school cliques making money, giving out bad advice. And it's a sad thing. And it's a dangerous thing. Because they are telling young men that women are worthless, especially black women. And these young women that they recruit to be on Jekyll and Hyde's late night show, if I were y'all ladies, if I were you, I wouldn't bother. I would say no. Just say no. There's not enough clout that is worth you going on a late night show where you are going to be dismissed, insulted, and belittled for somebody else to get ratings. There cannot be a check large enough for you to give up your dignity. And yeah, even if you are, if you're doing OnlyFans because you need to make some money, then you need to make your money, but you've got to draw the line somewhere. It's bad enough you got to go to OnlyFans to make money. Why are you appearing on a show where you know you're going to be treated like crap? That is their MO. They do it every time they have a late night show. I don't know how often they do it. I don't watch their content enough to know. But don't do it. Don't be on their show. It's not worth it. You got this one man saying that he did certain things to women and Jekyll and Hyde laughed about it. No pushback, no nothing. Then you have Voldemort and his brother claiming that, first he brags about he can pay off people and get out of jail. And apparently it looks like that's what he did. Possibly. Allegedly. Guessing that's probably what he did. Because you getting American lawyers to fly over to Romania and represent you in a case, that's money. Somebody paid them. They're not doing it out the goodness of their heart. They're not public defenders. They're getting a check from somebody. That's just logic. Ladies, we are in trouble. I was hoping that the manosphere has jumped the shark. Maybe it has. We'll have to see how everything plays out. But I don't know, ladies. I think we need it. Like they say, hit them where it hurts, and that's in the pocketbook. Don't appear on their shows. Don't join their panels. Please don't buy anything that they advertise. See, the sad thing is, the manosphere could have been, and I may have said this on the previous video that I did. I may have said it, but the manosphere could have been, and might still be able to be a good self-help / counseling / support system for young men. It still has, there is a possibility that it still has that potential. But the fact that it has become a grift and all the supposed major players are only in it for money and what money they can get through YouTube, what money they can get selling stuff. I mean, let's face it, we are all on YouTube for a reason. Some of it is pure enjoyment. For some of us, this is a hobby. we post things that we put out video that we feel we want to share with everybody. And if it gets popular, it gets popular. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But for a lot of these folks out here, the whole goal is to get as much money out of it as possible. And it's a shame. Because the people who are suffering, it's not just the women that they bash that suffer. And like I said, ladies, please, you should not appear on these shows, because the only reason they're having you on is to belittle and insult you. Don't do it. The other people who suffer are the young men that are spending what they have saved up to pay these men for advice that's not good. And word on the street is that Voldemort had this thing called, what was it called? The Players School or something, where if you pay $5,000, he was going to teach you how to, up your game and make that bag. And it was basically a multi-level marketing scheme. So these young men who are, putting their hard-earned money into somebody who, frankly, none of these guys really give a crap about anybody but themselves. But the fact that these young men are putting all this money in and they got nothing for it. So it's not just the ladies that are getting hurt, it's the young men too. Now, there are some men out there who are actually doing things that really do help people. There's a therapist, and I've mentioned him before on my YouTube Street Guide. There's a couple other gentlemen who are actually trying to put out decent, solid advice. And there's JT, Pocket Watching with JT, who's a financial expert. There's it's Mental Health is the name of the other channel. He's a therapist. So there are men out there who are legitimately trying to provide a service to our young men. And those are the men that we should support. Those are the men who should be getting millions of views, not these grifters. So I guess I mentioned before in my previous video that I was going to have to start avoiding their content. And I tried. And then all this hit. But I'm really going to have to try and avoid all their content going forward, because either one or two things are going to happen. Either the manosphere implodes on itself, and which I have a feeling it might happen, or Voldemort and his brother truly get away with what they allegedly possibly did. And if that happens, for us women, all heck's gonna break loose. And that would be a shame. So, my dears, take everything with a grain of salt. Just be careful out there. And please, especially the ladies, don't support content that's bashing us. Why are you gonna give your hard-earned money to somebody who's bashing you? It makes no sense. And I guess that's it for now, my dears. I see a couple of people started watching, but I'm actually wrapping up. So you're gonna have to catch most of it on the replay, my loves. But I appreciate y'all for stopping in and catching the tail end of the show. Again, I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate everyone who's liking and commenting. I do appreciate all of you. Do catch the replay. And do check out Abba and Preach and Don. Oh, Josh. This channel just went right out of my head. Just catch a replay. I show where you're supposed to go. Just go where I told you to go. Watch those videos. And you'll see more of what I'm talking about. So, yes, please like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend or 2 or 3. I will be on tomorrow. Not sure what time yet for bead and chat. I will be continuing to reorganize my bead table, so that will be tomorrow night's show. So join me then. I will post the time shortly. And that's it. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go to bed now and get some rest. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great weekend and good night.